New England might be six-peating this weekend. Crazy, right? They're all going to have six rings. Well, not everybody, right? Tom Brady will have six rings, but not everybody on the roster. In fact, a lot of people that are on the roster right now weren't on the roster to begin with. How can we say that they're repeating when they look so different than they used to look? In other words, how can we say a team is the same team? When is it a new team? Let's consider. Hello, philosophers. I'm Chico. Welcome to the Philosopher Show, where we consider the greatest questions of human history. Before we get started today, I had kind of a weird experience just now. I thought maybe I'd run it by you guys and see what you thought. I was surfing today with my son, and we were out at Salt Creek, right? I was paddling for a wave, and I saw him just come zooming down the line. Have you had this experience where you realize, if you're a dad, of course, that your son is better than you at something? Isn't that weird, right? The little guy that you saw growing up, the worst part of it is he's only 10 years old. So anyway, yeah, if you've had that experience, let me know. It is bizarre. This is the first time I was like, wow, this guy he could outsurf me right now. And he took my wave too. That was the worst part. Anyway, so this weekend is the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles versus New England Patriots. I'm obviously a Saints fan, unfortunately. Dude, don't even bring up the Vikings because that was a brutal loss. Anyway, I do have an interesting question about football and really about teams in general. When we say things are real, we could mean that word in a couple of different ways. So, for example, I might say that a book is real because, whether I'm thinking about it or not, this book is here. It's going to be there, right? There really is paper sitting there. But when I say something like Harry Potter is real, when I mean something more like, he's real because it's a real idea or because we all think about it. I don't know, something like that. So it's not really in the same way. Like if we didn't think about Harry Potter, he wouldn't exist. If we didn't think about this book, it would still exist. So a question is, in what way are teams real? Imagine, think about the Philadelphia Eagles. When you think about them, you can think about the players, the coaches, the owners, right? You think about the stadium and all that. So I actually lived in Philly for 5 years. 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. 5 years. And it was a cool city. One thing that was super cool, by the way, Philadelphia fans, I so much respect. We would walk around either Center City or South Philly. We lived in both of those places. And everybody had a jersey on Sunday morning. It was crazy. Like, if you were rich, if you were like, just your average schmo, like everybody was representing the Eagles. It was pretty cool. Yeah. So, anyways, you think about all those different things and wonder, is there something in addition to that is real? The Eagles, right? What is that thing, if there is? And where is it, right? Where is Eagleness, right? Where is the Eagles besides all those things? What is it in addition to that could exist, right? It seems weird to say that there would be something real in the same way that my book over here is real, that is the Eagles. How do the players relate to that thing such that they would be part of the Eagles? It doesn't seem like there would be anything in addition to all those things that would be real, right? So in a way, a team doesn't seem to be real in the way that a book is real. And by a team, I mean, of course, like the Eagles, right? The Patriots. But it also doesn't seem to be just kind of barely real, like Harry Potter is real, right? Just something that we think about. Because, Harry Potter is purely an idea, and yet we do have players and stadiums and all of those things. So in a way, it seems to be more real than Harry Potter. So what makes up that team? We might want to say it's just those things, the players, the stadium, and all that stuff. But then a team will change its roster in the middle of the season. They'll trade people, right? People will get injured. Obviously, Wentz went down and Nick Foles is taking over. And you say, we still want to say it's the same team, right? It would be weird to say that. Imagine they traded away the 52nd guy on the roster for some other guy. It would be weird to say, oh, well, this is a totally new team, right? But then at what point does it become a new team, right? Let's imagine you trade one person, then another person. In fact, if you think about the Houston Oilers that became eventually Tennessee Titans, right? They, totally different players, totally different roster, different coaches, different owners, different name, different city. Wow, like how can we say that's the same team as it used to be? But at the same time, at what point are they no longer the same team? I don't know. Interesting questions. I actually don't have an answer for this one. I tend to think that it's a team is exactly the stuff that makes it up. So when you say, you lose one guy, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I kind of think that you have a new team, because I think that's all there is to a team. So, for example, when somebody were to say, the Eagles are only good because Carson Wentz, right? And you might, and obviously that wasn't true because they're still doing well, but you might have said, yeah, so what, right? Like that's what the team is. The team just is the players. So if one of them goes down, you have a different team. So yeah, of course they're just good because of Carson Wentz. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, best philosophy happens to. I almost said the best falafels happen. The best philosophy happens in dialogue. So please let me know what you think. When do you have a new team? A further question, by the way, and another interesting one is, think about it like in music. When is it a new band? Sometimes bands will change their names, and we typically will say, the same, like Jefferson Airplane and Starship. Although, man, they do not play the same music. So they could change their name, right? And then a lot of times they switch out members. The drummer leaves and they replace him. And imagine they switch out eventually all the members. They've changed their name. They've gradually changed members, maybe new ownership, or not ownership, representation, whatever you call it, management, At what point is that a new band? Another question. Is Pink Floyd without Roger Waters? Which, that is the saddest thing. Whenever, please get back together. Any case, please like, subscribe, comment, and tag a friend so they can join the conversation. And I'll see you next time. Adios.